Today's lessons is about soothing your scared inner child, and I love these lessons. When we've been talking about teaching your brain that it's safe, you might be wondering, but wait, isn't my brain me? How can I teach myself something? And this is such a beautiful question, and the answer reveals something profound about how our minds work. You actually have two different selves operating inside you, and learning to communicate between is our key to healing. So think about this. Have you ever been logically convinced that everything's fine, but you still feel anxious and afraid? Or know rationally that your pain isn't dangerous, but you still feel panicked when it flares? This happens because you have two different parts of your brain processing the world. Your wise adult self, this is the part that can, read, listen to me, understand the pain science, make logical decisions, and know that you actually safe. You understand what we're doing here and what's happening. And then you protective, primitive self. And this is the part that learned to be on high alert years ago. This is the evolutionary. This is the part, you know, where we grew from. And this is the part that hasn't got the memo that the danger has passed. It's like having a very loving but overly anxious bodyguard who never takes a break. So these two parts don't always communicate well with each other. So let's talk about that inner anxious child. Imagine you having a young child who's afraid there is a monster under the bed. She's lying there in the dark, heart racing, convinced something terrible is about to happen. What would you do? And I'm going to lean in here. You probably would speak to her in a calm, soothing voice, show her that she's safe, maybe check under the bed together, stay with her until she feels calm, and reassure her in a gentle, loving manner. Now imagine that scared child is actually a part of your own brain, the part that learned long ago to watch for danger, that still scans for threats, that gets frightened when pain shows up. That part of you needs the same kind gentle reassurance that you give to a scared child. I remember the first time I understood this concept. I was having a pain flare and caught myself spiraling into a panic. What if this gets worse? What if I can't take care of my daughter? What if this never gets better? And then I realized there was a part of me that was genuinely terrified. Like a little girl couldn't understand what was happening and, was afraid that she wasn't safe. So I tried something different. Instead of fighting the fear or trying to logic my way out of it, I spoke to that scared part of myself the way I would speak to my own daughter if she was frightened. Sweetheart, I know you're scared. This feels really overwhelming right now, but you're safe. I'm here with you. We're going to get through this together. And something shifted immediately. The panic softened, my body relaxed slightly. It was like that scared part of me finally felt heard and comforted. So, cognitive soothing is simply speaking to the frightened part of your brain the same way you'd comfort a scared child. It's gentle, reassuring self talk that helps your nervous system remember that you're safe. So, instead of this harsh self talk that many of us are familiar with, such as stop being such a baby, just deal with it, you're being dramatic, pull yourself together, I encourage you to try gentle cognitive soothing. I know this is scary, but you say, this feeling shall pass. I'm here with you. You're going to be okay. You're not alone in this. So I want to give you a couple of more examples. So when the pain starts, we can say, as an example, I know this is frightening. Your body is trying to protect you. You're safe. This sensation will pass. I'm here. with you through this. And when the fear spiral kicks in, you can say, I know your mind is going to scary places. That's what minds do when they're trying to protect us. But we are safe right now. We don't have to figure it out everything today. And during those overwhelming moments, we may say, this feels like too much right now. And that's okay. We're going to take this one moment at a time. You're stronger than you know, and you're not doing this alone. So when we speak to ourselves with this kind of gentleness, our nervous systems receive safety signals. Those kind words actually calm our fight or flight response. That scared part of you feels seen and heard. You break that cycle of self-criticism, which often makes pain and anxiety works, and you're teaching that part of your brain how it deserves to be treated. You can practice and use cognitive soothing alongside somatic tracking. So while you're mindfully attending to the sensations of the body, you can also speak gently to yourself. I'm noticing some tightness in my chest. That's okay, sweetheart. Let's just breathe together and see what happens. You say, I'm here with you. This gives your brain safety messages through both physical attention and kind words. If you've been with both your scared child who learn to be afraid and the wise, loving adults who can provide comfort within you, learning to let those two parts communicate with kindness is one of the most healing things you can do. The frightened part of you isn't broken or wrong. She's just doing her best to keep you safe. She needs to know that you are okay now and that she can finally rest. If speaking kindly to yourself feels weird or foreign at first, that's completely normal. Many of us have learned to be our own worst critics. This new voice takes practice, but every gentle word you speak to yourself is an act of courage and helps you on your healing journey. So thank you so much for tuning to this lesson. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. See you then.